situations to ask you questions. So there are two things we receive when we keep our watches. The first thing that we receive is what? What the Lord will say to you. And then secondly, you receive what? An answer to respond when you are reproved. It means that watchmen have answers. A modicum of answers are allocated to watchmen because it is that the practice of keeping the watches makes you accessible to divine answers. When you see a man's life and it's as if he has answers for all the challenges that bedevil other people. His life looks simple. His life looks easy. You will want to live his life. Like someone came to me and said, I like your life. Only my wife will counsel you on that. I assure you, 90% of you in this hall cannot live my life. But the reason why it looks easy is because God provides answers. Where is Sister Faith Igbudu? She sent me a text message. Where is she? She sent me a text message and said, you make pastoring look easy. You make ministry look good. If you are not called, don't join us. It's a life of peril. And if you don't have answers, you are like someone wandering in the wilderness. When you keep your watches, the God of answers meets with you and gives you wisdom on how to tackle the questions that the challenges of life will present your way on a daily basis. When you keep your watches, God will share with you the burden that is sustained upon his heart. So you begin to prosecute prayer, not on the level of your need, but on the level of God's need. And when you do that, it means you become a valuable, strategic personnel in the implementation of the plan of God in your generation. And so when the beast comes to kill, God will go extra length to ensure you are secure, because he needs you to be standing upon your high tower to access what is upon his heart. He needs you to create legitimacy for his intervention. You know, when you begin to interface with God intimately, then you begin to know God. From my own experience of working with God, I can tell you a few things about God. Number one, God does not talk much. Does he talk to you much? Okay. Doesn't talk much. That's how he is. But he answers much. That means if you pray, if you ask much, he will answer you much. But in terms of talking, God is an introvert. He doesn't talk much. Are you here? So if you want to hear him answer you, what will you do? Stand upon your watch and set you upon your high tower. Sometimes the attacks that God allows to come into your life is suggestive of your watch hours. You need to understand and become conscious of the science of attacks around your life. Let's try again. How many of you in the night you sense attacks? Something will. The one that holds like this. Then you say, let's try again. All right. It's not necessarily, it's of the devil, but it's not altogether bad. What it means is at that time, you were supposed to be watching. So if you check when that thing came to hold you on the neck on Wednesday, on Friday, you might find out it is the same time. I'm trying to teach you to understand your own unique watches. Oh my Jesus. This is my class is dull. I want to save you. I want to save you from the grip, to release you into liberty. But you need to stay with me. Your attacks has a science around it because it is occasioned by an intelligent entity. The reason why the entity had access to you in the first place is because you became vulnerable. Your defense system was withdrawn at a certain time. And that time that your defense system was withdrawn is suggestive of the time that you were supposed to be what? So those of you that lifted your hands that receive visitations from the enemy, if you sleep in the afternoon, do you receive those visitations? Can somebody help me quickly? You have realized that when you sleep in the afternoon, you sleep well. Oh, most of you are not good students of the spiritual indices of your life. You sleep in the afternoon, there's no crisis. But when you sleep in the night, there's a problem. What the situation is suggesting to you is that you were supposed to be keeping your watch within that bracket. For some people, when you finish doing 2 hours and you go back to sleep, the attack won't come anymore. For some others, you finish 4 a.m., you go back to sleep, the attack will come again. It means your watch has been extended from 12 midnight, keep on going. Oh, you don't... you see, I came to give you liberty, but it looks funny.